Now, I have a question for you. Why is it that Adam thinks that you and I are in cahoots to drive him insane or something? He's talking about ghosts and visions and apparitions. What do you know about this?
Not a thing.
Mother?
I swear I don't know anything about any ghosts, Liza.
Oh, well, there it is again.
What?
The envelope that you said that guaranteed some sort of divorce that would be at warp speed for me.
No. This is just some real estate listings I picked up at my office, Liza.
All right, well, why don't you let me see it?
Oh, darling.
Right now, Mother. Give me the envelope, Mother.
I told you they're just boring real estate listings, darling. They're of no interest to you.
Prove it.
Liza!
Mother!
Oh, look at the time. I've got an appointment.
You have no appointment. You were going to explain to me why it is that you suddenly showed up at my office. You gave me all these ideas about how there was this quick divorce that would make me rich and wealthy, and why you've been acting so really, really weird.
I was wrong about that evidence, Liza.
Evidence? So there's evidence. Why don't you explain to me what the evidence is?
Well, it wasn't important, darling.
It's important to me, okay?
Now, Liza, if your mother says that
Just stay out of this, Opal. Give me the envelope, Mother.
All right, but I did manage to dig up something that you could hold against Adam, Liza, but you gotta let me explain first.
Fine, you have 30 seconds.
Okay, I want you to understand that what I did for you. For your best interest.
Oh, Mother, no. I understand all that, all right?
No, you don't understand. You don't at all. You see, I thought that... I believed that you were in love with Jake. That's what you wanted me to believe. Remember that?
No.
Now, if I had known that you were in love with Adam, I never would have...
What your mama is trying to say, that a mother is always only trying to do what she can to protect her child.
Why don't you just leave the two of us alone here, huh? Okay? All right, you just go run along now. All right. I'm going to say this once, and one time only. What did you do to me in the name of maternal devotion?
But Liza, I wanted to give you the ultimate ace up your sleeve, you know. Proof positive that Adam was cheating on you.
What did you do? What did you do?
I slept with him.
What?
I slept with him.
You slept with...
Adam.
Oh, Adam. Liza doesn't hate you. Then why does she go to such lengths to bring me down? She couldn't be trying to gaslight you. She's been too busy. Busy doing what? Well, with RCW and stuff. And she didn't have time to go out and try to find a Joy look-alike and try to scare you to death. Besides, Adam, Liza still loves you. You're so naive, Stuart. You only want to see the good in people. Well, why is that such a bad thing? Because people take advantage of you. They can fool you. Liza doesn't love me. She loves my money. She'll do anything to get it. Adam, Liza doesn't even know about Joy. Nobody knows really what happened back there except you and me. Well, then how do you explain the Joy look-alike? I can't. But it isn't Liza's doing. Of course it was. If she can convince her mother to sleep with you to get false evidence that I am an adulterer, then she can do anything. She'll stop at nothing. I'm not sure you're right about that last part. What part? About convincing Marian to sleep with me. Why? Because Marian thought she was sleeping with you.
Adam beat your mother to death.
You don't believe me?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. It's just I've known Adam for a long time. I know he's capable of some pretty screwy stuff, but murder? Was there an arrest or a trial?
No.
Well, then how could he possibly
He was
get
a boyhood friend of the local sheriff. He got him to cover the whole thing up. Say that she'd fallen and hit her head, that it was an accident.
How old were you?
4.5.
I'm sorry. It must have been hard for you to lose your mother at that age.
So now you see why I hate Adam Chandler.
Well, you were just a kid. Do you remember anything? Do you remember Adam acting violently towards your mother in any way?
I wasn't living with my parents at the time.
At 4.5? Why not?
Because they were on the road a lot, and so they asked my Aunt Lois back in Illinois to take care of me until they could get settled. After Mama died, my dad came back to get me, but she thought it would be better if I stayed with her.
Why?
Because, I don't know, he was traveling so much, and she figured there was no kind of life for a little girl. Look, all I know is there was a big fight, and he left. I remember he was crying when he said goodbye. So, Adam Chandler not only robbed me of a mother, in a sense, he took away my father, too.
Did you ever see your father again?
About a year ago. By chance, the carnival he worked for hired us to do a magic show. You know, my father taught me how to do my first magic trick when I was 2. It was so weird to see him.
I can only guess. You recognized him after all that time?
Yeah, he hadn't aged at all. He looked exactly like this picture I had of him and Mama when they were married. He was so handsome. Maybe a few gray hairs, but...
Was it a happy reunion?
Not for long.
Why not?
I found out he was sick. He'd been diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he was going to leave the carnival. We talked about getting a place together where I could take care of him, and we could finally get to know each other. But I had a gig with a magic show I couldn't get out of. But I told him I'd come back as soon as I could and get an apartment. I was this close to getting my father back. Then I got this in the mail.
A letter.
Among other things.
Who's it from?
My father, he wrote it right before he died. He had a friend with him when he passed away, and my dad made him promise to find me and give me this. So he tracked me down in Chicago, but by that time my father had been cremated and his ashes scattered. There wasn't even a grave where I could go and pay my respects.
I'm sorry.
No, look, I don't want your sympathy. I just... Also in the package was my mother's necklace, the photo you saw, and the story of what really happened to my mother. What Adam Chandler did.
My dearest Cammie, by the time you read this, I'm afraid I'll be gone. But at least I'll finally be with your mother again.
Fawn?
When your mother died, you were so little that your aunt and I decided that it was best to tell you your mama had died in an accident. But now that you're grown up, it's time for you to know the real story. Your mother told him over and over to leave her alone. But Chandler kept pestering her, till finally one terrible night everything came to a head. People at the diner heard him arguing outside in the parking lot. And one witness heard him yell that if he couldn't have her, nobody could. He followed her home from work that night and dragged her into a field. I found her. And I got her to a doctor, but it was too late. Look, are you sure you want me to read this?
Yes.
Baby, I hope I'm not wrong to lay this on you. It's a lot to put on your shoulders, but there's nobody else I could ask. I know your mama's up there in heaven still aching for somebody to right this terrible wrong that was done to her. She deserves to find some peace. So now it's up to you. I'll go to my grave hoping and praying that you'll be able to do what I couldn't do and bring Adam Chandler to his knees.
You slept with Adam?
Yes.
Impossible.
I beg your pardon?
Mother, he would never. He would sooner. He would recoil in horror at the very thought.
Well, he wasn't recoiling in horror the night he made the night he made love to me, Liza.
Mother, how could you even think up such a ridiculous thing?
But it's not ridiculous. It's true. Every single word is true.
Oh, right. And who else have you been sleeping with lately, Mother? Elvis? Jimmy Hoffa?
Fine. You don't want to believe me? Okay, don't believe me. Believe this. Take a look.
So, what'd you think? Tonight, we honor Liza Colby and her sizzling performance.
Hi.
What do you want?
Is Liza here?
No, she isn't.
She told you.
That she thinks she's pregnant? Yes, she did. Have a nice day, Tad.
As long as I'm here, why don't you invite me in?
What could you possibly have to say to me?
That I know it's not mine?
Oh, really? Funny, Liza doesn't see it that way.
Liza's a fool. We broke up a long time ago. And since that time, she's been in bed a lot. We both know that.
You could always take a blood test, couldn't you?
Maybe. But that's not the point. I want Liza to know that even though I know it's not mine, I'm prepared to pay for the abortion.
Liza didn't say anything to me about an abortion.
So what? She's pregnant. She's got to have one.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because it's the only thing to do, Marian. You got to make sure she has one.
Yeah, I can't force my daughter to have an abortion.
No, but you can talk her into it. Mrs. Colby, you don't quite understand. Your daughter has been acting very strangely lately. She might decide to have the baby just to spite you and me.
I don't think that she would do that, okay?
But she might. If you don't convince her not to have the baby.
Look, have you got anything more to say to me?
Will you tell her that I'm willing to pay for it?
Yes, I will.
And you'll let me know if she's really pregnant.
Oh, don't worry, Tad. You'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Oh, hello there, Tad.
Hi, Mr. Colby.
Larry, why are you home so early?
I seem to be coming down with the flu. I tried to stick it out, but I couldn't.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry.
So am I. You really should take better care of yourself, sir.
Well, don't leave on my account.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really have to. Would you please tell Liza that I came to see her?
Yes, of course I will.
What brought Tad over? Are he and Liza going to get back together again?
Oh, well, you never know with young people these days.
Well, personally, I wish they would. I've always liked that boy.
Larry, why don't you go up to bed? You're not looking very well, darling.
All I need's a little rest. I'll get it. Hello. Yes, she's here. Who may I say is calling? Dr. Fontaine? She says it's for you, Marian. Dr. Fontaine.
I'll take it, Larry. Hello, this is Mrs. Colby. Yes, I'd like to set up a examination for a GYN as soon as possible. Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Bye.
What was that about?
Nothing.
Don't, Marian. If there's something wrong with you, I want to know.
Darling, it's just my regular yearly checkup, that's all.
Who's Dr. Fontaine? I never even heard of him.
Oh, well, he is in Landview.
Why are you going over to Landview? Something wrong with Dr. Clater?
No, it's just that, well, you have to wait weeks and weeks, darling, for an appointment, and once you get into his office, you sit in there for hours till he finally sees you.
Peter's been your doctor for years.
Well, I know, he's just getting too popular, that's all.
I don't like this, Marian. He should show you a little consideration. I think I'll speak to him.
Oh, no, darling, please, I'd rather try this new man. Betty recommended him very highly, and I'd like to see him, okay?
I want you to have the best possible help. You and Liza are all I have. I don't want anything to happen to either one of you.
Thank you, darling, and I don't want anything to happen to you, so let's get you up into the bed, and I'll get you some aspirin and juice, all right?
That's exactly what I need. A little tender, loving care.
And that's exactly what you're going to get. Tender, loving care. Darling. Hello?
Mom,
Yes?
did you make the appointment?
Yes, darling. He can see you in half an hour. Now, should I pick you up at the university?
No. I have my car. I'll meet you there.
All right.
Where's the address?
It's Medical Annex, Lambview Hospital.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you mind getting out of my way? What's your problem? What's my problem? You want to know my problem, Daddy? My problem is that your new little boyfriend got me pregnant.
Bye-bye.